This is dedicated to all the employees and customers whose hard work has saved countless lives and property, and in doing so have helped Reliable reach its centennial anniversary. Reliable's story is an American story. After departing Ireland on the SS Britannic, 17-year-old Frank J. Fee stepped onto Ellis Island on January 1st, 1889, to embark on his journey in the New World. Embodying the American dream and driven by the same hopes countless immigrants have possessed, Frank would work hard, save, innovate, and ultimately start the Reliable Automatic Sprinkler Company in 1920. Coming full circle from 1889, today Reliable products proudly protect the Freedom Tower, which overlooks Ellis and Liberty Islands in New York City, where our story began. Reliable's corporate headquarters remain in New York, and manufacturing headquarters are in Liberty, South Carolina, and the company still thrives on the core values it was founded upon. Starting as a laborer and completing his apprenticeship to become a journeyman plumber and eventually master plumber, Frank opened his own mechanical contracting business in 1896 on 40th Street in New York City, named Frank J. Fee Plumbing and Heating. Demonstrating a commitment to serve his industry, a value that would pass down to the next 3 generations, Frank was elected vice president of the National Association of Master Plumbers in 1911 and ultimately the president in 1912. Frank pioneered the concept of apprenticeship training as a means to maintain and uplift the quality of work within the industry. In 1922, he presented a resolution at the National Convention in Detroit, ultimately leading to a national program with scholarship opportunities. Eventually, Frank expanded his business by designing and securing a patent for an improved fire sprinkler device, which led to the incorporation of Reliable Automatic Sprinkler Company Incorporated on January 23, 1920. He transformed the company to focus exclusively on manufacturing so he wouldn't compete with his customers. Through hard work, grit, and personal investment in the company, Frank guided the company's early development through the struggles of startup debt, World War I and his service in the U.S. Army, the Great Depression, and all the challenges that come along with bootstrapping a young company. His hard work, along with the efforts of loyal employees and support from customers, eventually led Reliable to stability and success and set the stage for the next generation of growth. Frank J. Fee Jr., Frank J. Fee III, Kevin T. Fee, and Michael R. Fee built upon the founder's legacy by growing Reliable into a successful international fire protection equipment manufacturer. They shared a commitment to Reliable's founding core values of hard work, quality product, customer service, innovation, and supporting their industry. These generations would move the company headquarters from New York City to Mount Vernon, New York, and ultimately Elmsford, New York. Manufacturing would follow to Mount Vernon until 2006, when it moved to Liberty, South Carolina. The move to Liberty brought with it a tremendous investment in plant expansion, world-class automation, robotics, and machinery, which would provide the wherewithal for Reliable to continue delivering the highest quality products and service to its customers. While expanding its own manufacturing capabilities, Reliable also expanded its product line to include other best-in-class products to more fully service customers with a complete package. Importantly, the legacy of service to the industry remains strong, as the Fee family and key Reliable employees have served with distinction at the highest levels of prominent industry organizations such as the National Fire Protection Association, the National Fire Sprinkler Association, the American Fire Sprinkler Association, and the International Fire Sprinkler Association. Today, under the board chairmanship of Frank J. Fee III and the presidency of Kevin T. Fee, Reliable now enters its 4th generation of family leadership, with Kevin T. Fee Jr. and Frank J. Fee IV serving on the management team. Along with an extended family of long-term employees, some with 40-plus years of service, and the support of loyal customers, Reliable now celebrates its centennial anniversary and looks forward to another century of serving the fire protection industry. Thank you for watching our story, and a special thank you to each and every one of you in the fire sprinkler industry, especially our employees, and our customers for helping Reliable get to 100 years. This is your story too. Now, if you'd like to learn more, why don't you follow me inside and I'll introduce you to 9 individuals with a combined 350 years of Reliable experience, making Reliable, well, reliable. Come on in.
I mean, credit to Frank J. Fee, number one. His whole intent in starting the company was to supply the fire sprinkler contractor. And so we have stayed focused on that part of the market. And as they've grown, we have grown with them.
I think, what would take Reliable from 100 years to the 200 years to 300 years is to continue doing what we're doing, which is evolving by respecting the traditions of Reliable, our core values, but also evolving and changing as the needs of our customers change.
It's a very critical competitive advantage is the fact that Reliable over 100 years has had the same ownership, which is the Fee family, and the Fee family has been actively involved in running the business for the 100 years. Other companies can't say that they have the continuity and the stability of management and ownership. And that allows our company to make decisions maybe differently than other companies would make, because we are a family-owned business and we're driven by the relationships that we have with our customers, that is the sprinkler contractor. And a lot of times we make decisions that might not be financially in our best interest, but it allows us to provide a service to our customers that requirement needs to be satisfied.
When I started 32 years ago, was when a customer becomes a Reliable customer, it's our goal to keep that customer for life.
And a lot of the reasons why I believe that Reliable has been so successful is because of the family values that they bring to their manufacturing and to the people that they employ, and how they treat their installing contractors. They want to make certain that their installing contractors get the support they need, because if we don't succeed, Reliable can't succeed.
Creating, building, maintaining, and expanding upon relationships is just something that we strive for each and every day.
And the most important thing, I think, was that we always strive to be the first number one in customer service in our industry. And I think we've achieved that through the years, because whenever there's been a problem, and you're going to have problems, we pick up the phone and we talk to that customer directly.
Time and time again, I've always found that if there's ever a problem, there's always someone picking up the phone. There's always someone investigating it. There's always a thorough, backlog of people that are behind the product saying, this is something that we believe in, and if there's something wrong with it, we're going to fix it.
And we have beautiful buildings, we have expensive equipment in these buildings, but the most important thing to us is what's inside the building, and that's our people.
We believe that the success of the company is in the hands of all our employees, and we attempt to foster that type of environment where the dignity of each employee is recognized and their contributions to the success of our company. For without them, we wouldn't be successful.
Give credit where credit's due, and it goes back to Frank J. Fee Jr., because their motto was, you treat your employees as if they're your family. You treat your employees the way you want to be treated. And I think everybody understands, again, going back to the importance of the product that we make and the impact it has on lives and property. And I think everybody understands that, and I think everybody has a burning desire to be the best at what we do.
They don't make you feel anything less than a member of the Fee family. And I think that's what made it special for me. That's what brought me here to Reliable. I was lucky enough to know the father. He visited me when I was working in the contracting side of the business, and I remember his visit to that company. And as a young man, he sat down with me and spent time with me and talked about what made Reliable special and why, as a contractor, we should be buying Reliable products. And right then and there, I felt this inclusiveness with Reliable. from their father down to Kevin and FJ and the leaders of the company today.
15% of our employee population has relatives working, inside the company. As far as tenure is concerned, we have some 50 employees that have got at least 20 years of service with the company.
We came down to South Carolina. Project Growth was born. And Project Growth really lifted us. Because when we decided to come down here, we saw that we could put everything under one roof, all the operations aspect of the business under one roof. And doing that, it ties everybody together as a team, all the functions of the company. And that gave us the growth pattern that we're now in now.
And just pulling up to this building is an emotional experience, because I flash back 32 years to when I started, and we were in 2 small buildings in Mount Vernon, New York, where we manufactured at one end of a residential block, and we distributed down the other end with apartment buildings and a mechanic shop in between.
Every time I come down to South Carolina to our manufacturing plant and drive up Smith Grove Road and see this 455,000 square foot plant, I'm truly amazed at what's been accomplished.
Well, I've been here for 50 of them. And so it means a lot to me personally to see the growth of the company, be a part of it, direct a lot of it, and get the appropriations of funding to be able to do it, having the ownership have confidence in me to do the things I've been able to do. It's not often that someone like myself gets that opportunity as an employee.
I think Reliable has the greatest home field advantage in the sprinkler industry. And I encourage all the fire sprinkler contractors and all the members of the fire sprinkler community, pick up the phone, give us a call, come on down and see the capability that Reliable now possesses as a result of our Project Growth, which was the expansion.
Can't get away from the name Reliable. By definition, it indicates lots of different things. The quality of the product, the quality of the customer service, the quality of the people that are being employed at the company. Reliable is an absolutely great term that we really embrace.
My hope at the end of the day is that Frank J. Fee and Frank J. Fee Jr. are smiling down from above and proud not only of what their sons and grandsons are doing, but also the many, many wonderful employees and Reliable family members that have made many wonderful contributions to this journey along the way, both past and present. Just unbelievable that it's almost been 100 years.